How's it going, everyone? This is my commentary, accompaniment to my 25,000 A Diverse World No Moving video. I will also upload just like the raw video clip without any. I'm going to do some fast forwarding here because it wasn't incredibly fast. Some of these rounds definitely could have been done a little bit quicker. I was in a cafe pretending to study for finals while actually playing a couple of games of GeoGuessr. So I'll also upload that for the mods. But kind of starting out here, initially see the French. I'm like, are we in France? But then it quickly comes to me that we're actually in Montreal. You can see by the shape of the license plates, not European, by the snow on the ground, by the kind of North American looking, also like the old French architecture, as well as the modern skyscraper-esque buildings. So I see behind me is a road that's something M, and it's a big road. So I realize that it's this road here, and it actually takes me a good bit to line it up. There's like an old church thing behind me on this, which takes me a while. You can see I'm just cross-checking everything. And finally, you can see, there we go, right there. There's the old church behind me, and there's a little path. It's also behind me, so I put it in there. Next round. Next round's quite lovely, actually. I initially am thinking Venice, but then I look at this guy. The guy's checking out the camera right here. I think Venice, but then there's French, so got to be, I mean, about as Mediterranean as you can get. There's also some like Spanish, Italian, French, whatever flags on a bridge behind us, which is, I guess, would confuse some people, but no, pretty clearly French. Also, that sign on the bus station is a nice gift. So it's not incredibly hard. I think I eventually just use the sign as just a reference to make sure we're exactly where we are, and the canals and the bridges are also pretty helpful. So I just look for some clues. Initially, like this square, I kind of think this square. This square kind of looks like that square, because I know like that thing, and sometimes these maps aren't completely, north isn't completely straight up on those maps. So it looks like that. Kind of realize it isn't. Decide to take my talents elsewhere, and then here we go. I see the little thing, and it lines up perfectly with the map, so I'm feeling pretty good. Check out these canals. Put it in basically the right place, but I'm on the second round, so I just want to be completely sure, checking it out. And yeah, makes sense for basically right there in between the bridge and the curve of the other canal. So I put in the guess. Next round, you see I see Mark Twain National Forest, which for some reason connects in my brain to Arkansas, even though it's actually in Missouri. I'm not sure what the connection between Mark Twain and Arkansas is. Maybe someone can tell me. But then, yeah, initially go up, see the 19, see that we're here. Kind of just check around the 19. Eventually I see like McCormick Lake or something, so I start looking at bodies of water there. And this is not going to be terribly hard. It's just going to take a little bit of time to find the right intersection. Yeah, look at these lakes. There's also a bit, I think I can fast forward to it, just checking. I just recently switched to a Mac, and I'm not completely comfortable with it. I know it has a tendency when you kind of swipe like this with two fingers, which is what you can see I'm moving around the map. Swiping with my fingers, it can take you back to the previous page. So that's actually what happened. Of course, I'm in full screen mode, and the previous page is GeoGuessr itself. So I truly hope that doesn't nullify my record. If anything, I can show you exactly the frames that I saw. And as you can tell, I'm using a touchpad by the way I'm moving my mouse, so it's not like I've got multiple. This is a laptop. I don't have multiple screens that I'm looking at different browsers. So hopefully it'll see, and I can give you the play-by-play of exactly what happened, and maybe I'll have to plead my case to the mods. But see, look at that. See, I go back just to the initial start a game, which was the previous page because it accidentally went back. Yeah, I then scroll up here. It doesn't actually give me the URL. You can see it just gives me It just gives me like the file or like a view. Yeah, you can see it just gives me this information. So I don't see anything. And then you can see I go back to my ongoing games. This most recent one, round 3 out of 5, A Diver's World. It's the one that I'm previously on. I click resume, and you can see I load in again. Round 3 out of 5, score is 10,000. This is the exact same game that I was playing. It was my most recent one, and I lined back in. So again, I hope that slip of the mouse did not nullify this, because I'd hate to have to grind for 25,000 again. But if there's an issue, I'd be happy to talk one-on-one with some of the mods and hopefully get it figured out. Of course, then I zoom in, and there it is. Not sure how I didn't find it earlier, but it lines up exactly with the geometry of the road and the way the road's going down. Put it in. And I'm kind of, there we go. Here's the next round. Clearly Kenya, you got the little black snorkel. I'm not completely sure, so I then see something that might say something ZA. I'm looking around for clues. I know there's a discrepancy between the silver car and the black car, just coverage in Kenya. The silver car is mostly everywhere, but I know that the black car does not have coverage, or doesn't have a ton of coverage to the west, in western Kenya, kind of near Uganda and sorts. So I realize that I'm going to have to look through the entire country for something kind of constant. You can see I go a little further. I know there's a little bit more north of like Nairobi, so it doesn't narrow it down a ton, but it gives me a little bit, and I think that says Kanza. I'm not completely sure. And this actually goes a lot quicker than expected. I was thinking that I'd spend 20 minutes lining it up with the angle of the road and going back, but it actually does not take a terrible amount of time. I'm still really looking for stuff. There's the police department. Here, I can save a little bit of your time here. Just look around. And I think eventually around here, yeah, I'm not gonna be able to read that sign, but I'm procrastinating, spending all the time to look around the map. I guess that's somewhat meta, procrastination within procrastination of the finals that are still impending actually while I record this commentary, so I should probably go do that after this video is uploaded. But I go back to the map. Here we go. Go back to, and I see that's a little straight road that lines up with the angle. And there we go. You can see Kanza, whatever, which is a huge win. Yeah, I give it a little circle. Kanza something. Initially go here because I see that grid, or could be like the parts of the power station, but that doesn't make sense because you can see on the right I've got that kind of road going up, so I realize that that's not it. Go up here, see the road going up, see that little point for the substation, put it in, but I'm 4 rounds in, so I just want to make completely sure that I'm in the right spot. I can see it going up. Initially go right there, but then I can check out the polygons of that. See that longer building right there, those buildings clumped together in a long little area, and then the other one, put it down there. And there we go, 4 rounds in. I'm not a religious man, but I give it a bit of a silent prayer, hoping that we get something good on round 5. It actually takes me a while to open my eyes. I kind of peeked through my fingers and see these signs. St. Quentin in Bathurst. I don't know where that is, but the signs are giving me kind of a French Canada vibe. So I resolve myself 4 rounds in with a score of 20,000 that I will spend the hours that it might take to find these 2 locations. Go to Newfoundland first, and just look around, it's not there. It's actually in New Brunswick, as you'll see. Of course, I go by San Quentin's right up there. Check around near Montreal a little bit. Oop, and then you can see here, going up, and there's St. Quentin. Beautiful. Huge news. And Bathurst is, of course, go over there, so I kind of click in the middle. I think I actually click exactly where it is for the first little bit, and then spend some time. The roads aren't actually perfect. The roads are kind of, it doesn't show that little bit of that strip up there. So it takes me a while to be fully confident in my guess, because I really don't want to see. I put it in the wrong place, at least for a little bit, but then I realized that there's no road going up there, so that can't be it. But then I basically just do a whole run through. I end up putting it up in here because we have the road going up and that road going down, and that is the final location. But I really don't want to screw this up, so I just search, keep going, and yeah, eventually I put it in. Again, I hope the problem with it, me accidentally going back to the previous page, I hope that isn't a huge issue. I know it's not it's not perfect, but hopefully I'm at least somewhat trustworthy. By now I've uploaded a couple videos, at least to the record books. I've been chasing this for a while, had a 24/6, and there we go, put it in. And that's 25,000. So I'm pretty excited, and hopefully I'll have to move on to the next record. So thanks for watching. Again, I'll upload the video in its whole without any fast forwarding or voiceover if the mods want to take a look at that too. Thank you very much.